My presentation will be on Dr. Edward Jenner. Dr. Edward Anthony Jenner. Edward Anthony Jenner was first born May 17, 1949 in Berkeley, Gloucestershire, England. He is the son of Reverend Stephen Jenner and Sarah Jenner, being the eighth out of 9 children, the husband of Catherine Kingsgate and father of Catherine Jenner, Edward Robert Jenner, and father of Catherine Jenner, Edward Robert Jenner, and Robert Jenner. Edward Jenner was an English scientist who was the pioneer of smallpox vaccine, the world's first vaccine. The terms vaccine and vaccination are derived from variole and vaccinae, smallpox of the cow, the term devised by Jenner to denote cowpox. He used it in 1798 in the long title of his inquiry into the variole and vaccinae known as the cowpox, in which he described the protective effect of cowpox against smallpox. Jenner is often called the father of immunology, and his work is said to have saved more lives than the work of any other human. A member of the Royal Society in the field of zoology, he was the first person to describe the brood parasitism of the cuckoo. Edward Anthony Jenner went to school in Woolton-under-Edge in Cirencester. During this time, he was inoculated for smallpox, which had a lifelong effect on his general health. Edward Anthony Jenner also attended St. George's University of London and the University of St. Andrews. At the age of 14, he was apprenticed for 7 years to Daniel Ludlow, a surgeon of Chipping Sodbury, South Gloucestershire, where he gained most of the experience needed to become a surgeon himself. He earned his M.D. from the University of St. Andrews in 1792. He is credited with advancing the understanding of angina pectoris. In his correspondence with Heberden, he wrote, "How much the heart must suffer from the coronary arteries not being able to perform their functions." Dr. Jenner's success of his discovery soon spread around Europe and was used in Marseille in the Spanish Balmis expedition, a 3-year-long mission to the Americas, the Philippines, Macao, and China, led by Dr. Francisco Javier de Balmis, with the aim of giving thousands the smallpox vaccine. The expedition was successful, and Jenner wrote, "I don't imagine the annals of history furnish an example of philanthropy so noble, so extensive as this." Napoleon, who at the time was at war with Britain, had all his French troops vaccinated, and at the request of Jenner, he released English prisoners of war and permitted their return home. Napoleon remarked he could not refuse anything to one of the greatest benefactors of mankind. The death of Dr. Edward Jenner. Jenner was found in a state of apoplexy on January 25, 1823, with his right side paralyzed. He never fully recovered and eventually died of an apparent stroke, his second, January 26, 1823, aged 73. He was buried in the Jenner family vault at the Church of St. Mary's, Berkeley, Gloucestershire. Jenner was survived by one son and one daughter, his elder son having died of tuberculosis, aged 21. Jenner's religious views. Jenner was a Christian who in his personal correspondence showed himself quite spiritual. He treasured the Bible. Some days before his death, he stated to a friend, "I am not surprised that men are not grateful to me, but I wonder that they are not grateful to God for the good which He has made me the instrument of conveying to my fellow creatures." Dr. Edward Jenner's legacy. In 1979, the World Health Organization declared smallpox an eradicated disease. This was the result of coordinated public health efforts, but vaccination was an essential component. Although the disease was declared eradicated, some pus samples still remain in laboratories and centers for disease control and prevention in Atlanta in the U.S. and in State Research Center of Virology and Biotechnology, Vector in Kosovo, Novosibirsk Oblast, Russia. Jenner's vaccine laid the foundation for contemporary discoveries in immunology. In 2002, Jenner was named in the BBC's list of 100 greatest Britons following a UK-wide vote. The lunar crater Jenner is named in his honor. Jenner was recognized in the TV show The Walking Dead in TS-19. A CDC scientist is named after Edward Jenner. And here's my sites. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.